One of the biggest mistakes you can make is arriving at the cruise terminal too late. Unlike a flight where you might still be able to board if the plane hasn't taken off, cruise ships have strict cutoff times, and once the gangway is closed, you're out of luck. Some cruise lines won't even refund your fare if you miss the ship, leaving you with a massive financial loss and no vacation. To avoid this, always plan to arrive at the port several hours before the final check-in time. Ideally, get there in the morning or early afternoon, giving yourself extra time in case of traffic, flight delays, or other unexpected setbacks. Possible, fly into the departure city a day early to eliminate the risk of missing the ship altogether. A small investment in a hotel stay the night before can save you thousands in lost cruise fare and rebooking costs. Even if you think you have plenty of time, unexpected events can derail your plans. Traffic jams, car breakdowns, or even a simple wrong turn can cost you valuable minutes. And if you're flying in the same day, a delayed or canceled flight could be the difference between stepping onto the ship or waving it goodbye from the dock. It's better to have time to spare than to cut it close and risk missing out entirely. Besides, arriving early has its perks. You'll be one of the first to board, meaning you can start enjoying the ship's amenities before most passengers even step foot on board. Grab a drink, explore the decks, or even snag the best lounge chair by the pool. The earlier you arrive, the sooner your vacation begins. Number 2. Forgetting required documents. Another common and costly mistake is arriving at check-in without the proper documentation. Many cruisers assume a driver's license or a photocopy of their passport will be enough, only to be turned away at the terminal. Depending on your itinerary, you may need a valid passport, visas, or even proof of vaccinations. If you don't have the correct paperwork, you won't be allowed to board, and your cruise fare will likely be non-refundable. To prevent this, always check the documentation requirements for your specific cruise line and destinations well in advance. Make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel dates, as some countries require it. If visas are needed, apply early to avoid last-minute stress. Print out and carry all necessary documents and keep digital backups on your phone just in case. Another important tip: double-check the names on your documents. If the name on your cruise reservation doesn't match your passport or ID exactly, you could run into problems. Even a small typo or missing middle name could cause delays. If you recently got married and changed your last name, make sure your travel documents match what's on your reservation. Also, don't assume digital copies will always be accepted. While having backups on your phone is helpful, some ports and cruise lines require physical copies. Keep all your documents in a secure folder or travel wallet so they're easy to access when needed. A little preparation can mean the difference between a smooth check-in and being left behind. Number 3. Ignoring cruise line health and safety requirements. Since the pandemic, cruise lines have enforced strict health and safety guidelines, and failing to meet them can result in denied boarding. Some ships still require proof of vaccination, negative COVID-19 tests, or health declarations before you can embark. If you show up without these requirements completed, you may be stuck at the port with no way to board. Always check the latest health protocols directly from your cruise line, as they can change with little notice. Some destinations may also have separate entry requirements, so don't assume that what worked for one cruise will apply to another. Completing all required health forms ahead of time and carrying digital and printed proof will save you from a costly disaster at check-in. In addition to health paperwork, it's smart to pack a small travel health kit with essentials like motion sickness medication, pain relievers, and any prescription medications you may need. Even if you're generally healthy, having these on hand can prevent small issues from ruining your trip. Some ships have medical facilities, but they can be expensive, and not every minor ailment requires a trip to the ship's doctor. Also, be mindful of health rules on board. If you feel unwell, report it to the medical staff instead of trying to push through. Ignoring symptoms of illness could not only make you feel worse but also lead to quarantine if the crew determines you might be contagious. It's better to take precautions and stay safe rather than risk ruining your entire cruise. Number 4. Packing prohibited items. Another easy way to cause major check-in delays or even be denied boarding is by packing prohibited items. Certain things like power strips with surge protectors, alcohol, and even household appliances are banned by most cruise lines. If security finds these in your luggage, they will either confiscate them or force you to go through a secondary screening, which can delay your check-in process significantly. Worse yet, some restricted items such as weapons, illegal substances, or CBD products, even if legal in your home country, can lead to automatic denial of boarding without a refund. Always review your cruise line's prohibited items list before packing. If you're unsure about an item, leave it at home to avoid unnecessary risk. Another overlooked issue is packing items that could set off security alarms. Some people try to sneak alcohol onto the ship in creative ways, like inside water bottles or mouthwash containers, but cruise lines have strict scanning procedures. If you're caught, not only will your booze be confiscated, but you may also get flagged for additional screening in the future. It's also important to consider what's allowed in your carry-on. Many travelers pack things like lighters or scissors in their checked bags, only to have them pulled out during screening. To avoid unnecessary delays, pack smart and follow the cruise line's guidelines to the letter. The last thing you want is to start your vacation with security hassles. Number 5. Not having travel insurance. Many travelers skip travel insurance thinking they won't need it. But if you miss your ship due to a flight delay, get sick before embarkation, or experience a medical emergency while on board, you could face thousands of dollars in unexpected costs. Without insurance, you may have to pay out of pocket for rebooking, emergency flights, or even overseas medical treatment. Investing in a good travel insurance policy that covers trip cancellations, medical emergencies, and missed connections is one of the smartest moves you can make. Be sure to read the fine print to ensure your policy covers cruise-related issues, including emergency evacuations at sea. A small insurance fee up front can save you from losing thousands in a worst-case scenario. Beyond emergencies, travel insurance also helps in cases of lost or stolen luggage. If your bags don't make it to your cruise, you'll be stuck without clothes or essentials. Some policies will reimburse you for lost items or even cover the cost of purchasing temporary clothing while waiting for your luggage to arrive. And don't forget about trip interruptions. If your cruise gets canceled or cut short due to weather or unforeseen issues, travel insurance can help you get some of your money back. While no one likes to think about worst-case scenarios, having coverage gives you peace of mind so you can truly relax and enjoy your trip. Number 6. Flying in on embarkation day. Arriving in your departure city on the same day your cruise sets sail is a gamble that can lead to missed departures and significant financial losses. Flight delays, cancellations, or unexpected traffic can easily disrupt your schedule, causing you to arrive at the port after your ship has left. Cruise lines adhere to strict departure times and typically do not offer refunds for missed embarkations due to personal travel delays. To mitigate this risk, plan to arrive at your embarkation city at least one day before your cruise departs. This buffer not only accommodates potential travel disruptions but also provides an opportunity to relax and acclimate before your voyage begins. Cost of an additional night's stay in a hotel is a small price to pay compared to the potential loss of your entire cruise investment. Beyond just avoiding stress, arriving early allows you to explore your departure city. Many cruise ports are located in exciting places with great attractions, food, and history. Why not take advantage of the extra time and turn it into a mini vacation before the cruise even starts? Additionally, if you arrive the day before, you can rest up and start your cruise refreshed. No one wants to begin their vacation exhausted from an early morning flight. Give yourself the time to settle in, get organized, and start your cruise on the right foot. Number 7. Overpacking for the cruise. Bringing excessive luggage can lead to unnecessary complications such as hefty airline baggage fees, cramped cabin space, and difficulties managing your belongings during embarkation and disembarkation. Overpacking often results from not planning outfits strategically or accounting for the ship's casual atmosphere, leading to unworn clothing and cluttered living quarters. To avoid this, curate a versatile wardrobe by selecting pieces that can be mixed and matched for different occasions. for a few pairs of comfortable shoes suitable for various activities, and remember that many ships offer laundry services if needed. Packing efficiently enhances cabin comfort and streamlines your overall travel experience. Think about what activities you'll actually do on board. If you're mostly going to be in swimsuits and casual wear, you don't need multiple formal outfits. Check your cruise's dress code. Most only require 1 or 2 formal nights, so packing 5 fancy dresses or suits is unnecessary. Also, be mindful of suitcase space for souvenirs. Many people forget to leave room for items they buy on the ship or in port. Overpacking at the start means struggling to fit everything on the way home. A little extra space now saves you from overstuffing your bags later. Number 8. Assuming the cruise is all-inclusive. A common misconception is that the initial cruise fare covers all expenses, leading to unexpected charges that can strain your budget. While your fare includes accommodations, basic meals, and certain onboard activities, many amenities such as specialty dining, alcoholic beverages, shore excursions, Wi-Fi, and gratuities often incur additional costs. To prevent surprise expenses, thoroughly research what is included in your cruise package and plan for extra costs accordingly. Consider purchasing beverage packages, pre-booking excursions, and setting aside funds for gratuities and other personal expenses. Being financially prepared ensures a more enjoyable and stress-free voyage. Another expense that catches people off guard? Service charges. Many cruise lines automatically add daily gratuities to your bill. Some people don't realize this and end up surprised by the extra charges at the end of the trip. Checking ahead of time allows you to budget properly. Also, be mindful of free activities that have hidden costs. Some onboard entertainment, like escape rooms or cooking classes, might come with an additional fee. If you're looking to keep costs down, stick to included activities and set a daily spending limit so you don't go overboard, literally and financially. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way.